comment.
Why would you hesitate? The state
Well,
has email submission for
yeah,
comment.
just because of some of the comments that might be received.
Just because a few of them may not be safe to repeat in public, doesn't mean people don't have a right to speak.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know that there's a really, I mean, they could bring in their piece of paper here, write a letter to the council, right? That would be good if there was a digital process.
And currently
Yeah.
they can email it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like if we have a public hearing that's on the agenda and folks aren't available to be at the
Right.
hearing, that would be a good way for them to ask questions. There's
Right.
always a concern that they would
And
have.
a link from the
Right.
announcement.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and something that would be
Yeah.
transmitted, I mean, almost like, you know, when you log on websites, like ask us a question or
Right.
whatever, you submit the form and then it's
Right.
delivered.
We need to figure out how to get in the way of Facebook.
Yeah.
They need to start talking to us instead of talking to Facebook.
Yeah.
You might regret
If we get two to do it, we
Sure.
won.
committee board scheduling, ability to post the agendas, minutes for the committees. From the perspective of tourists, calendar, social activities, photographs, videos, textual promotion of social activities, categorized lists of businesses and activities, room and board, things to do, places to visit, social media connections, for example, TripAdvisor, Google Maps. Events and activities should have a way to contact a responsible party for updates and maintenance. Description of city amenities, access to permits and fees, Chamber of Commerce page, I'm presuming that would be a link,
Correct.
okay? And pages perhaps for our nonprofits. And then as another thought, consider, this is outside a website per se, but an ordinance that would require realtors to deliver an information sheet to new homeowners that explain their opportunities and obligations, for lack of a better word, such as getting that city login and setting up their notifications.
If we did all of this and didn't tell new people that it was here, they will never know.
Right.
Thanks for reading that, Mary.
Sure, and another email that I got says a mobile app would be nice, but if the pages would just resize to fit whatever size screen you're using, that would be great too.
That's not as easy as it sounds.
Of course not.
I've written those kinds of pages and they're complicated.
Local updates, emergency updates, or alerts to those who want it, events calendar, let's see if there's anything, new resident guides, information on garbage pickups, city maps of our city limits, the zoning districts. We talked about an FAQ page. Occurs to me that sometimes people are curious about where the water mains are and the sewer lines too. So anyway, that's a pretty decent list. Is there anything else that's coming to mind right now?
At some point, when those ARC or GIS mappings, when those are complete, it'd be nice to, I mean, I think the maps were mentioned on there, but specifically the GIS, you know, tracking stuff that we're developing.
This is my comment that came out before all of that.
Yeah.
So all I said was maps.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna be getting GIS information. We're hoping to get GIS support. Hopefully that software that we have has the ability to export for public access, which would be really slick.
Yeah, and it would be with like layers, you know.
Anything else? This will certainly be helpful as we continue our discussions with potential, I keep saying providers, but it should be vendors in this case. Yeah.
If I recall, Mayor, Terry, can you remember at the municipal summit, they actually stated the deadlines for the big cities and the small cities?
Small is April 28th.
28th, okay. So
Yes, it
you're
got pushed
about
back
a year and a half.
got pushed back a year.
I like not feeling rushed.
Indeed. Great discussion. Yes.
Internet browsers, the capability for whatever one you guys go with, for how people are using to look it up. The state, our website, we can only use on Google or Microsoft Edge, so we get a lot of really upset people that have iPhones and iPads. Because of Safari.
What she's looking for is browser independence.
Yeah.
Thank you.
To be honest, that's actually natural unless somebody's foolish enough to buy a tool, a function, that depends on the specialties of a particular browser. And any department that chooses that kind of an app, I don't care how good it is, they should be slapped.
I do believe on an iPad, though, you are able to pick the browser which you want to use.
The problem
Yeah,
is you
they'll
don't know which
download it.
browser someone will use.
That's true, but
I talk to a lot of people that refuse to download Google onto their iPhone.
okay. Thank you, though.
Yep.
Okay. Hey, anything else comes to mind, let me know. Pending and continuing business is dropped down into that section. The discussion of interest rates between the short-term investment pool and, with the State Board of Investment versus Opportunity Bank. At this point, Carrie had reached out to Opportunity Bank, and our interest rate was pushed back up to 3%.
Oh, a good thread is worth 1,000 words.
So, which is great news. Carrie and I still want to have a discussion with the person that Tina referenced in her responses to us. And I think it still is a good idea for us to find out what that person has to say in terms of the variability, because that rate can vary day to day. And get a little bit more information as to what some of those driving factors might be. And then still look at the potential of placing some money in STIP. Or maybe we make those transfers if STIP is a certain number of percentage points above the local bank, so to speak.
Do we know if STIP is as stable or more stable than Opportunity?
STIP has a little bit of...
You mentioned day-to-day variability for Opportunity.
Right. Well, in relation to what's happening I would say the underlying investments for that money that's essentially in float.
Mm-hmm.
Idle cash is how it's sometimes referred to. The underlying investments in the STIP pool are some of the safest. That doesn't mean they're not completely without risk, but that particular investment pool is set up to be somewhat stable and have a minimal risk of loss. And that is why you are able to buy shares of STIP. You could buy them one day and sell them the next. There's that much flexibility with respect to that investment pool. So it would become a matter of we monitor the STIP rate versus what Opportunity is able to offer, and it could become those investment transactions more frequent. And if STIP drops to this, then we pull it and put it back in Opportunity.
Do you want more time for analysis before the council makes a decision?
Yes, absolutely.
How much time would you like?
We have not been able to connect with the Opportunity Bank person yet. Is that correct, Carrie?
Yeah, she was out of town.
So I'm going to say that give us until the second meeting in July to report back. And
Basically 30 days.
essentially that.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah, with that interest rate back up to the 3%, because it was at 1.5, Carrie? Was that 1.5?
It was at, 1.5, yeah.
Yeah.
It's at 3.
And it's up
So it
to
doubled.
3, pardon me?
It doubled.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
Went back to where it was.
right,
We have approximately $6 million that we're looking at, and I'm sure that any financial institution would not like to see that go away. At the same time, as I mentioned before, we do have a fiduciary responsibility to maximize to the extent that it's feasible those interests of the investment earnings. So that is the situation there.
Any other objections, Mayor, I would agree to let you have.
Thank you.
Do you need the council to say otherwise?
I don't think so. I'm all right.
We're all happy?
Okay, all right. Fire memorandum of understanding, it's still in the works, which quite frankly is, I still know I have to do it, okay? Same thing with the wage and salary update, although we did get updated information from the league, right, Carrie?
Yes, I just, forwarded you the complete
Yes.
salary update, so.
Okay. Now we are in the ordinance review status report, and there is a handout.
There is. So, what you have before you is the original handout when we first started the ordinance review. I was like, oh gosh, I didn't realize it was 2024. Wow. I mean, I was happy that we seem to have made a little headway. Fireworks has been still tabled. Yeah.
Basically, unless we feel like there's a reason to address the specifics of this July 4th event,
Okay.
let's put it back at the bottom of the list.
Okay. Okay. Mayor, I think that you said that the tree board was good with the current tree ordinance. Is that correct?
Probably the last time I talked, with the tree board specifically about that, and specifically to Pat, the response was, we think we're okay with that. But
Okay.
that doesn't necessarily mean that you